Lights out, everyone. It is later than you think. This is Arthur Carey. We caution you, these lights out stories are definitely not for the timid soul. So we tell you calmly and very sincerely, if you are fascinated by the mysterious, the fantastic, the unearthly, then anticipate chills in today's story of The Locked Room Mystery. Devereaux reached for the telephone. "I wouldn't touch that if I were you," warned the man who called himself Kerrigan. He stepped to the wall and flicked on the lights. Their radiance flooded the room. Devereaux noticed that his adversary was weaponless. And that's where I'm stumped.
How come, Sam?
Well, I don't know how to kill the guy.
Have him shoot him.
No, I can't. In the chapter ahead of this one, Kerrigan tells his friends that he's going to kill Devereaux. And as Kerrigan starts up in the elevator to Devereaux's office, his well-meaning friends take his gun away from him. And his pocket knife, even. He hasn't got a weapon of any kind going up there.
Mightn't they have missed something?
Like what?
Sawed-off shotgun up his sleeve.
Oh, come on.
How about a blackjack?
No. I need bloodstains, you see.
Well, wouldn't there be a letter opener or something on the writer guy's desk?
No, I made it clear that Devereaux always wrote in longhand. In a bare room with nothing in it but a table and a chair.
Use a pen, then.
He uses a soft pencil.
Throw him out the window, then. I don't know.
No, that won't do either. This guy Devereaux is an odd sort of bird. His windows are nailed down in his penthouse room, see? He's just a nut on soundproofing. Has to concentrate, he says. Come on, think of something.
Beats me.
I don't know. You got it locked pretty tight.
There's got to be something. Anything. Some way for Kerrigan to murder Devereaux and have there be bloodstains.
I give up.
Let's just have a drink. Maybe booze will give us inspiration, huh?
You mates are no help at all. Go on, mix yourselves a drink. But for the love of murder, think of this one thing, will you? I need help.
Come on, let's mix up a special batch of inspiration.
Everything to drink's out in the kitchen, as always. So go ahead and bring me one when you come back.
Not a problem, bud. Want anything specific?
I don't care.
Iced tea it is.
You bring me an iced tea, and I will make you drink it.
Eep! Oh!
They mean well, they mean well. It's okay. Now then, Mr. Kerrigan, how are you going to kill Devereaux? Let's see. No. Okay, what about... No, that won't do either.
Good evening.
What? What? Who are you? Who are you? How did you get in here?
My dear Mr. Chase, is it? Or Devereaux?
Just who the devil are you?
My name is... unimportant. What seems to be wrong?
Well, I don't know that that's any of your business. Look here now, how did you get in here? And what do you want?
Oh, you're not going to throw me out, are you?
I most certainly am. Now, if you don't...
Oh, no, don't. I beg you, ask me to sit down. Please do.
Sit down?
Thank you. Now then, can I help you, Mr. Chase?
Look, I want to know how...
How I got in here is of no importance, Mr. Chase.
Then what do you want, sir?
Don't you want help?
Are you a friend of Bud Taylor's or Don Stewart, perhaps? They're out in the other room.
Never heard of them.
Well, I'm sorry, mister. I'm trying to finish a mystery story that I promised a publisher a week ago. So if you'd be so kind.
And you're having difficulty in getting rid of one of your characters, aren't you?
How do you know about that?
I found out.
So I see.
If you'd read me what you have there in your typewriter...
Listen, friend, I'll make you a proposition. If you can show me the way to get out of this jam I've written myself into, I'll pay you.
Thank you. But I don't need to be paid, Mr. Chase.
I'll pay you anything within reason.
Suppose you read that last paragraph to me then.
Well, All right. Listen. Ahem. A footstep sounded on the stillness of the empty room. Devereaux turned. "Good evening," said a suave voice. Who are you?" demanded Devereaux. "You don't remember me," said the suave voice, mockingly. "You can't be." "Harvey Kerrigan," gasped Devereaux. The other laughed. "Oh yes, I am Harvey Kerrigan in the flesh," he said. Devereaux reached for the telephone. "I wouldn't touch that if I were you," warned the man who called himself Kerrigan. He stepped to the wall and flicked on the light. Their radiance flooded the room. Devereaux noticed that his adversary was weaponless. "And that's all I've got." "What are you laughing at?" "Look here now, I'm going to call the police."
I wouldn't touch that phone if I were you.
What do you mean?
Wait till I turn on the lights, Mr. Chase.
What? Who are you?
My name, Mr. Chase, is Harvey Kerrigan.
So your name is Harvey Kerrigan, huh?
That's correct.
I didn't know there was anyone named Kerrigan when I chose that for the name of my villain.
Oh, no?
No, I'll go over what I've written and change the name for you.
Don't bother.
You don't mind?
Not at all.
Thank you, I think. Would you like a drink?
I don't drink, Mr. Chase. But thank you. Perhaps I can help you out with your book.
Well, I certainly would appreciate it.
Now then, you had Kerrigan come up to this fellow's room.
Devereaux's, yes.
Without any weapons at all.
That's right.
Exactly the same way I came up. I haven't any weapons.
I'm glad.
How do you want Devereaux to be killed?
He has to be killed some way that there's bloodstains.
I see. There isn't a letter opener on your desk.
No, nor on Devereaux's. As a matter of fact, I made Devereaux a good deal like myself. I like to work in this room way up here, with the windows nailed tight, so I can't hear any of the traffic sounds from the street below. And I thought perhaps the setup sounded a trifle eccentric, like Devereaux was, so I just used myself as a model for the chap.
I see. Well, you have a kitchen here.
Yes. Bud and Don are out there now, mixing drinks.
But could Kerrigan not simply grab a knife from the kitchen?
Simply no.
Why not, if I may pry?
Because all the doors from this room have spring locks on them, which can only be opened by this button on my desk.
So, what of your friends out in the kitchen? How will they get back in here?
They knock on the door and I'll press the button. But in the story, there was nobody else in the penthouse when Devereaux was killed.
Well, you make it rather hard for you to kill yourself, didn't you?
I'm beginning to feel I've made it impossible.
Oh, not impossible. We'll just need a moment to think.
That's what I've been doing for a week straight.
And getting nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, Isn't it reasonable to believe that your character Kerrigan sat also and talked with his victim for a while, whilst his mind was wrestling with the problem of how to murder Devereaux?
Probably, but he couldn't wrestle with it as long as I have.
No, that's right. How do you picture Devereaux, Mr. Chase?
Well, like I said, a great deal like myself. Using myself as a model for the character, I couldn't help writing a lot of myself into him. Well, if you can figure it out, Mr. Kerrigan, you're a lot smarter than I am.
Perhaps I am, Mr. Devereaux.
My name is Chase, sir.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Just what do you mean by that?
I mean, let's suppose for a moment that you are Devereaux. Pretend you are. Try to get into the feeling of the story.
I've done that 1,000,000 times and nothing happens.
Then it shouldn't be too difficult to try again. For me.
I suppose, but what should I be doing?
Devereaux is supposed to be writing a novel too, isn't he?
Yes?
Well, you sit there at your typewriter and write. Pretend you are Devereaux, and we'll try a little dialogue as Kerrigan and Devereaux.
I never thought of that, Mr. Kerrigan. Maybe that might work.
All right. Imagine that I've just come in. I mean, Kerrigan has just come in, as you've written. You get to the point where Kerrigan turned on the lights. I'll go over there and stand there. Maybe I'd better turn them off and then turn them on again. Make it more realistic.
Sure, let us try it that way.
All right, there. Off. Now, ready? Got your lines?
Go ahead.
Right. Reach for the telephone.
Okay.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
And why not?
Because I'll kill you if you do, Devereaux.
You will, huh? How?
I came up here to kill you anyway, my friend. And
what are you going to kill me with?
Oh, I might strangle you, Devereaux. I wouldn't laugh, Devereaux.
How'd you get in here, Mr. Kerrigan?
A strip of cardboard between the door and the frame, my dear chap, does wonders. Even with your electrically controlled locks.
I see. It'll be hard to get closer. I have a revolver in my desk drawer here.
You lie. I know you don't.
Well, I tell you I have.
Really? You liar! You miserable
What the hell?
liar!
You don't have to be so damn realistic.
Sit still, Devereaux, or I will just...
I've got friends right outside the door. I'll call them and
You lie! I know there's nobody in this place except you and I.
And what are you gonna do about it?
I'll tell you, Devereaux.
Go ahead.
Have you forgotten a few facts?
What facts?
Have you forgotten that I went to prison in your place 15 years ago?
You were guilty. I wasn't. You know that's true, Kerrigan.
You were as guilty as I was.
Hey, how did you know about that part of the...
You were as guilty as I. And for 15 years I suffered in prison, and you are going to pay.
What are you going to do?
Devereaux, I am going to torture you as I was tortured. I am going to see you die 1,000 deaths in anticipation before I bestow on you the priceless gift of death that you beg for.
Hey, wait. I've got to write that down. That's great.
I will kill you, Devereaux!
We'll turn the lights back off in just a moment. Before the next thrilling scene, please permit us to pause for just a moment to give our shout out to another podcast we love in what we are calling our Not an Ad shout out. Today's shout out suggestion is from our very own Megan Klodnicki with Let's Not Meet. Let's Not Meet is a true horror podcast of true stories written by those that made it out alive. First-person accounts of sheer real terror narrated and produced by Andrew Tate. No, not that one, the good one. in an anthology of terror and suspense. So to listen to these true horror stories, head to letsnotmeetpodcast.com or search Let's Not Meet on your preferred audio listening platform and enjoy. You can also check out the other podcasts from Cryptic County at crypticcountypodcast.com. And if you like the show because we suggested it, leave them a review and say that you tried them out because of us. We're not above our own shoutouts. And if you'd like to recommend a shoutout for our Not an Ad shoutout section, then let us know on our socials on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. Megan does some amazing work on our social media, so give her a shout out too. But now, it's time to dim the lights and return to the maddening tale of a writer and a mysterious man.
Well, that's swell as far as it goes, but we haven't got any idea how he kills him yet.
We'll come to that.
I hope so.
Oh, we'll be there soon enough. This is a good start, though.
How did you know about the prison business, Kerrigan? You startled me when you rattled it off. You never saw the earlier chapters, did you?
You've been sending it down chapter by chapter to your publishers, have you not?
Oh, so you work for my publishers then?
In a way, yes.
Oh, that makes sense, okay.
Shall we go on?
Well, sure, this is kind of fun.
All right. Start from where we left off, eh?
Yes, you said, I'm going to kill you, Devereaux.
I'm going to kill you, Devereaux!
You're not frightening me at all, Mr. Kerrigan.
I'm going to do much more than frighten you, my friend.
I doubt that.
You will beg and scream for death before I'm done with you. I've 15 years of heck to pay for, and I'm going to do it.
Would you mind just informing me just how you plan to murder me?
In a very, very horrible way.
Yeah?
You thought I'd die in the prison. You thought I'd never get out. You bribed and lied and swore false oaths and...
You're being very dramatic, Kerrigan.
I would advise you, Devereaux, to spend your few remaining moments in prayer rather than bandying words with me.
I say, you really should be an actor, my dear fellow.
Yes, but I was a convict, a felon, an outcast for all the best years of my life, and now I'm going to play a new part.
And that is?
A murderer.
Oh, delightful.
Rather, an executioner, for if ever a man deserved to die, you, Devereaux, are he, and die you shall.
You're still not frightening me, Kerrigan. Not in the least.
No. But I shall before I am done.
Oh, I doubt that.
We shall see. First, before I kill you, though, I want money.
I have no money.
Liar!
I don't give money to every panhandler that approaches me.
But to this very special panhandler, my dear fellow.
I won't give you a cent.
Oh, yes you will. Get out your checkbook.
How much do you want?
Every cent you have.
Look here, you can't just...
Every cent!
I won't just...
Devereaux, if it were not for me, you would have nothing. Where did you get the capital to set yourself up as a writer? Answer me!
None of your business.
You got it from the loot of that last job we pulled together. The job I paid for with 15 years of my life.
So what?
So, write a check for your entire bank balance now.
I won't.
There's your checkbook.
I won't write it.
You will. Now.
if I do, would you promise to go away and not... Here it is. Here's your check. Now go away.
Excellent. The last will and testament of Mr. Devereaux, the well-known author.
Great. Wait. Now let me write this down.
I'm not through with you, Devereaux.
Well now, we're about ready to get down to killing the guy. Got any inspirations yet?
I think I have an idea.
Oh, swell. What is it?
Let's go on with our acting just a little bit more.
All right. Say, this is working out all right, actually. Let's see what I've got written down. I'm not through with you yet, Devereaux, Kerrigan hissed. No, you can't hiss that. He grated it. Grated, that's it. Kerrigan grated. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm not through with you yet, Devereaux. I am grateful to you for your little remembrance in your will. But now we have a task to perform.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to kill you.
Hey, don't forget about the bloodstains now. I've got to have bloodstains.
Don't worry about that, Devereaux. There will be blood. Oh, yes. Plenty of blood.
Okay, you've got the money now, Kerrigan. Won't you go and leave me alone? You've got your revenge.
I have part of my revenge, Devereaux.
Don't kill me, please. Don't kill me, Kerrigan.
The police will come, and they'll find you dead in your locked penthouse apartment. They'll have to break down the doors. They'll find you weltering in your own blood, alone, and they'll wonder who murdered you.
Don't forget about your fingerprints, Kerrigan.
What do I care about fingerprints? By the time you are missed and the police are called and your apartment broken into, I'll be in South America, in some little forgotten town. A new man. And then the south of France, all leisure paid for by my dear friend Devereaux the novelist.
You'll never get away with it, Kerrigan.
Think not.
No one gets away with murder.
You almost got away with it, didn't you, Devereaux? You thought I would die. You thought I'd never see the outside of those prison walls again. You thought...
Something just occurred to me, Kerrigan.
Yes?
I might actually murder you.
You?
Perhaps I will.
And how would you go about that, my friend?
I don't know, but I'm as big as you are.
You forget that I have slaved in a prison for 15 years. Good, hard, manual labor, Devereaux. The judge said 15 years at hard labor, and it was. You would stand no chance at all with me.
It just has me wondering.
I warn you.
It would be worth my while. I could live on happily with my money that you...
Your money? That was my money. Every cent of it. Money that you stole from me.
15,000 of it was, Kerrigan. And the check is for 100,000.
We'll just call that interest, shall we?
That is a lot of money, Kerrigan. You and I together, that little place in South America, we could live well.
But you are going to die.
No.
I say you shall.
How? Yes, how? Remember the blood now.
I am not forgetting the blood, Devereaux. Never forget the blood.
Hey, that's good. That's really good. That's close enough. Hold it. Kerrigan. Ah!
Never forgetting the blood. Now, where's that soda water?
Over here.
Excellent. Squirt in each glass.
Don't forget to stir them.
Now just get that door. I know how to handle an old-fashioned.
Yeah, I heard about your Saturday nights, Don.
Who was that?
Who was what?
I thought I saw someone go out the other door.
I didn't see anything. You're getting nervous with all this talk about... Hey, Sam, why'd you kill the lights?
Sam?
Hey, look!
No, out that hall. What'd you find?
Sam got an awful lot done while we were out mixing drinks.
Look at this pile of pages. He was on page 231. Top of the stack is 256.
We were gone for what, like 10 minutes? That's a man possessed.
Hey, Sam! Where'd you go?
Hot damn, Don! He actually finished it!
For finished what? Sam!
The story. He finished the whole thing. The last page in the typewriter. It's all done.
Oh, give it here. I say you shall die, screamed Kerrigan. Devereaux writhed in horror as the other face was thrust into his own. No, 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 he screamed. Devereaux chuckled again. You shall die, he said. Devereaux felt clutching his fingers at his throat. He tried to scream again, but it was too late. Great fangs met in his throat, and the bright blood, my lord.
Boy, that's a way to end it.
Hey, Sam, this is a knockout!
If you don't come out, I'm stealing it.
Bud,
What?
behind the chair there,
What is that?
his foot.
Sam? Oh my god.
His neck. It's been torn out.
And now the lights slowly begin to brighten as the writer's life ends in blood. There will be new tales of Lights Out on October 31st, but we have other tales of suspense and horror from the Suspense series for those in need of a good chill. However, in 2 weeks, Retrostatic Radio returns to Duffy's Tavern with a very special impression of Charles Coburn for Poker Night. But if you can't wait 2 weeks, then next week the table read rehearsal for Poker Night will be up on Ko-fi for one-time and monthly supporters both. Yes, for as low as $1, you can listen to AJ Carey, Megan Klodnicki, and Zach Cassidy laugh way too much at deciding voices, redoing takes, and just having the time of their lives doing the first read-through of a script. The one for The Locked Room is unfortunately lost to time since editor AJ accidentally deleted that, but we did debut trailers for each of our episodes the same week that the table read drops. Those are available on all of our social medias, again, such as Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and our TikTok. However, if you can't support this show financially on Ko-fi, you can still support Retrostatic Radio by liking, sharing, subscribing, and giving a 5-star review wherever you listen, because engagement helps us grow and it informs what we show. And please check out Killing 15 Minutes, a True Crimes Quickie podcast for some hilarity, as well as learning a little bit about real-life murderers. Almost informative, criminally silly. Now I've been Arthur Carey, and this concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless.
You're watching Retrostatic Radio.